Texas leads the nation in flood-related deaths and property damage, and Texas holds 6 of the 12 world records for the most rainfall in 48 hours. Like in 1935, I don't know if you've seen the picture of a house that was going over the dam. There was a storm that produced 22 inches of rain in 2 hours. Although all of Texas is prone to flooding and flash floods, Central Texas seems to be the most prone to it because we get a lot of weather off of the Gulf that comes up through here, and the geography of this area makes it very prone for flash floods. So even more so than other areas of Texas, it's really important for people to look into getting flood insurance to protect their property. And your home is usually your biggest investment. So if you lose your home to a flood, or you have to expend $50,000 to repair your house when that would only cost you a couple $100 a year to protect, it's definitely worth it. In 2012, 25% of the flood claims, or people that filed claims, were people that were in low risk areas for having floods. Flood insurance is really not very expensive if you're not in a flood zone. Now, if you live in a flood zone, the rates can be much higher. But if you just live in an area that's never flooded, the rates are pretty affordable, and it really protects your property. Now, what you need to think about with flood insurance is if your house, say, is worth $250,000, you don't necessarily need $250,000 in flood insurance, because the odds of your whole house being flooded, like Katrina, which happened, but they were below sea level, the odds of your entire house being having to be torn down because of flood is very rare. So you can have less flood insurance than the value of your house. Now, this is assuming your house is not in a flood zone. If you have $50,000 in building coverage and $20,000 in contents coverage, the annual premium is only $240. If you have $100,000 in building coverage and $40,000 in contents coverage, the annual premium is $312 per year. $150,000 in building coverage and $60,000 in contents coverage, the annual premium is $356 per year. At $250,000 in building coverage and $100,000 in contents coverage, the annual premium is $414 per year. Building coverage is like your dwelling coverage, the exterior of your home, and or actually all that's inside the home too. But the contents coverage is your personal property coverage. For whatever reason, flood insurance, the government calls it contents coverage, but on a homeowner policy it's called personal property coverage, but it's the same. And then the flood insurance calls it building coverage, which is the same as your dwelling coverage on your homeowner policy. So it's really important for everybody in the state of Texas, everyone that owns a home in Texas, to get flood insurance.